Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Trunket with Trunket Gaming. Today is going to be Clan, penultimate Clan. This is Horney Cricket versus Kejiruze of Clan Metal. Ariel versus um, Metal. I mean, of course, I'm friends with Cricket. Been friends with Cricket for a while, but I also pretty good friends with Kejiruze. He pops in the stream from time to time. He's a really good dude. These are two really good coaches going at it, so I'm really looking forward to this one. As the series is currently tied at 1-1. I'm just kind of waiting for it to kick off. It sounds like Kejiruze induced a blitzer of some sort. I'm just kind of throwing out the streaming announcements. All right. He took a level 2 blitzer. There they are. Lizardmen and Orcs. Lizardmen and Orcs. That's what we got going on here. Get it underway. Metal needs to win this series, otherwise they'll be eliminated. If they win, they're in great shape to win the whole thing. But if they lose this series, they're pretty much eliminated. So it's win or go home. We need to win this matchup and the next matchup, and we need Classy and Lads to both drop one of their last two. I don't think they're going to do that because they have pretty easy schedules. I don't know how those games are going so far. I'm not in the Ariel Discord anymore, so it's harder for me to keep track of that sort of thing. So here we go. Cricket is the Lizardman, so we're rooting for the blue. Cricket's had a really fucking rough season, dude. So he took a. It's like Kejiruze was down a blitzer, and he induced a mercenary blitzer with guard. It's not a bad call. Where is? I'm trying to find the rebel clan. There it is. Clan date round 2 rounds to go. It's not pinned anymore, so I had to make room for the World Cup qualifier link. Go. Results. Looks like Lads is already up 1-0 in their game. They're set up against Foul. And Classy and Punch haven't even drafted yet. That doesn't surprise me. Classy took a long time to draft with us. And Punch is in Australia. So. Kick off. Both teams get a re-roll. It's a good question, Iron Master. This is gonna be. These are two good coaches, and they're both good dudes. So I can't be like effectively root against one or the other. They're pretty close in TV. Looks like Kejiruze got the fans or the fan factor. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Cricket because he's my guy. This is gonna be a knockdown drag out. This is gonna be a tight match. Cricket's had really bad luck all season. Like he's really been struggling this season. No wizard probably makes him pretty happy. There is one block guy over there, right here. He's gonna be looking out for this too. It's gonna come down to early removals. KG gets a bench because of the because he bought the Merc. I don't know how much that Merc cost. I wonder if that Merc was could have gotten a wizard. I don't know if maybe not. Mighty blow hit on the Black Orc. He's going to take 3 die on Kiko Lorino. I'm not exactly sure how KG has done this season. He's a pretty good coach, and the team's doing well, so I'm assuming he's doing pretty well. There's actually not a lot of Orcs left. Will cost 160. Iron Master says that Orcs going to cost 160. There's actually not a lot of Orcs left in Clan. KG and Papanassi, of course, because that's all he plays. There might be like one or two other ones. There's just not a lot left. Because of all the claw, people stayed away from Orcs, which makes sense. Weirdly, though, there's tons of lizards, even though there's so much claw out there. Like, a lot of teams. So when the rule set came out, like I recognized immediately that it was going to be a claw heavy meta, because you could start with doubles. I'm like, any team worth their salt is going to start with Chaos Dwarfs and Necro, and they're immediately going to give their Necro. Both wolves are going to get Mighty Blow, so you have 2 claw Mighty Blow to start, and a lot of the newer Chorf teams are also going to put a bunch of claw on there and just feed those guys touchdowns until they have claw Mighty Blow. So we recognized it was a claw heavy meta at the very beginning. But we talked about it, and Cricket decided that he wanted to do one more season with these Lizardmen, which makes sense because he's been playing them a long. He's got 2 seasons into him, which one Clan. Even though I was fully on the train to get him onto the Necro team. Iron Master says Lizard's just really good, even despite the claw. I would be shocked if this rule set stays the same. If there's this many fucking Lizardmen teams. Fucking Cricket, dude. He's going to have to apple that. Nope, he's going to let that niggle go. I mean, this is Cricket's team in a nutshell, dude. All season has been just like this. He gets the hits and nothing happens. Takes a hit and takes a fucking injury. It's just brutal. Been a rough season for Horney Cricket. Who is objectively the best coach in Clan. He's the only 2-time Super Bowl champion in all of Rebel. He's also made the CCL playoffs twice. I don't know that there's any other coach in Rebel that could say that. But he has just had the shit end of the stick. So now he's going to be down to 5 swords, which might, like, the first removal is really big in a matchup like this. So we'll see how he does. Anyway, so team composition. I had heard that there was complaints about the rule set and how it's not fun because it's so claw heavy. And I'm like, well, if you looked at the rule set in the beginning, it didn't take a rocket scientist to realize that it was going to be a claw heavy meta. So people should have been prepared for that. Alignment in exchange for a source isn't exactly a fair deal. Iron Master Soul told me that there was some discussion about changing of the rules. He actually said that your clan specifically was complaining about the way they're set up. Yeah, and I get it. I tried hard to get Cricket to go to Necro this season, but he wanted to play one more season. These guys. He's gonna come back there. Is he gonna assist that dude? He has to assist that guy. I think he's going to move his cage up here, probably to do a break tackle right here. Probably break tackle for an assist and then use Skinks. So I don't know what they're discussing for a different rule set. I wonder why he's doing a 5-point. Like, he's doing a 5-point cage again, right? KG doesn't have a wizard. So I'm curious, and he's not cage diving. The dumbest thing for Clan overall, the miscommunication power. Is that what you're talking about, Iron Master? Like, I'm curious why Cricket's doing a 5-point cage. I mean, it's a safer cage. Skill says no to adding the interesting parts about Clan. Oh, so you didn't like the miscommunication power. I love the miscommunication power. I think it's great. I actually identified early on that we wanted to max out on miscommunication, and I had to have a long discussion with Soul about it. Who didn't believe it was that powerful. And I was like, dude, especially for our clan, because we usually win the draft. And I think we probably invest more time into drafting than other teams do. We have a guy who's really good at picking the draft. And we talk about it. We talk about matchups. So one of our strengths as a clan is to really focus on drafting. So we wanted to make sure that when we got drafted, we wanted to eliminate the last minute switches. and we wanted to eliminate the confusions against us. So we maxed out on miscommunications in order to protect our drafting. I mean, I can see your argument. The counter argument is that the clan powers are a way to level the playing field between clans, skill-wise. And if you have I like to imagine that our team has a pretty high skill ceiling. Like I think our coaches are all really good, and we want to make sure that we get to maximize that by keeping things away from last minute switches and stuff. So I don't know. I mean, I can understand why you don't like it. I liked it. Miscommunication and confusion were I was like, we need to stockpile those. And then Soul was like, we need some of these healing potions, and we need some of these inspirations. And he was right about both. Right calls. I was like, I don't worry about those. Just give me the fucking just get us confusions and miscommunications. And more think if you are spending more money than the minimum on powers, you get hit with a miscommunication and become underpowered. No? I mean, when you're choosing powers, you have to be prepared for that. Is my view of things. Spirit's got a free 2-die. He's gonna get 4 hits, 5 hits maybe this turn. Hopefully get some armor breaks. My biggest complaint about Clan was, and I think it's probably the most. Well, there's two. The biggest complaint is I agree. I think that the way the rules set up just favor certain teams. Like I was surprised to see Herringzord go undead because I ditched my undead team as soon as I saw the rules. It's like there's no way an undead team survives in this fucking meta. The way the rules are set up, there are just certain teams that are every single clan team should have taken a Necro and a Chaos Dwarf, every single one of them. Like that's just, and then they can kind of pick the other ones as you want. But there was just no choice. Like they were mandatory picks, which is frustrating. Like for me, like I played Dwarf, Chaos Dwarf, and I'm likely going to play Chaos Dwarf again, and that gets old quick. So that was my complaint. My other complaint is since you are doing mixed teams and you have no bank, if your team takes a beating in the first game, you're pretty much screwed for the entire season because you're starting teams with skills, right? And usually by the time you're facing teams with kill skills, you have enough bank of your own to have replacements. Like, oh, I lost a warrior. I can afford to replace him because I'm, 15 games in and I can do that. Well, with this skill set, you're facing Claw Mighty Blow guys, but don't have the money to replace who they kill. So, like, for instance, I've spent over half this season with only 3 warriors. And one of my Pestigors took an armor bust right away. I don't have enough money to replace him. And I never have. Because my very first game against Pete, I took the wrong end of the dice, and I took a bunch. I lost 2 rotters to death. I lost a warrior to a strength bust and an armor bust. Yeah, so that's my biggest complaint is that you're starting teams out with kill skills, but you're not giving teams a chance to recover from those kill skills. So you take a bad game early on, and your whole season's shot. And to be honest, it affected our clan a lot because instead of me being competitive in a bunch of games, I was basically like, well, we need to account for the fact that Trunk is probably going to lose his game because his team's in bad shape because he took that beating in the first game and hasn't been able to recover. So now we have to draft around that, and we've barely been scraping by. I'm not saying that's the only reason. Like we've also had, like I would say, Cricket in particular has had a real rough run of dice, but it's. I don't know. And that just comes down to luck. Like my first game was Lizardmen versus Nurgle, and I didn't have any claw, and he ended up beating me up. But if he had gotten the armor breaks, he'd have been beat up. So, and then maybe our season would have gone different. So that's my complaint about Clan, the rule setup. But it's the first rule setup, so it's the first time of the rule. So there's always going to be some changes made. Just like when a car model releases for the very first time, there's always some kinks to work out. So. I don't know what the proposed changes are for next season. I'm likely not playing next season. I don't think that I'll even be allowed, so it'll be an issue. And I won't care. I think Iron Master says it's a growing pain season, and I don't disagree with that. That's what I just said. But I think next season is going to be even worse because you're going to have people who want to continue with their teams, and I think really the only way, if you're going to change the rules again for a third time in any kind of significant way, the only way to do that fairly is you're going to have to require everybody to start with new teams, and I think that's going to be some pushback on that. Iron Master, I have two teams going in Goblin. And the way Goblin works, you can actually have an infinite number of teams. So they have 3 leagues. They have Proving Ground, Stomping Fields, and Premier, and you can have a team in all 3. And I might do that next season. Right now I have 2 of them going. There's also an open league that you can run as many teams as you want. So I have 2 right now, 2 in Goblin. I have my Big Crunch 2 Nurgle, which I really enjoy. I like that league a lot. Big Crunch 2 is really good. And then I just signed up for Twitch Blood Bowl League, which also has an American division. It's going to be about 50 coaches this season, so I'm excited about that. And I would like to play Clan. I would. I like my Clan a lot. I like my team. But I just don't think that Metal's going to allow that. And I can always go back to WCW. In fact, I think I'm still an admin at WCW. But I was trying to cut back on leagues. It's about to be a really busy time because everybody's going to have World Cup tournaments going on. I am probably just joining 2 of them, just Goblins and Big Crunches 2s. TBBL is going, well, I mean, I think they're getting it worked out. So Ceremonial kind of took it over. It sort of disappeared for a while. So I'm sure they're also going through growing pains. But I imagine they'll get bigger. I see a lot of coaches in TBBL. Cricket with the second bone hit in a row. I see a lot of coaches over there who used to be in Rebel who left for various reasons, and I don't talk to them all about it, but I know a bunch of people that left Rebel. So I see a lot of those coaches over there because it's a US-based team. And there's some good coaches over there, man. Cricket tries a GFI on the God Skink and fails it. Fortunately, the reroll saves him. He's got 4. So I am looking forward to that because there are some excellent coaches in the TBBL. And the guy running at Ceremonial is a really good dude. He's actually in Clan too. He's in all kinds of leagues. Where do I sign up for the league when I can play again? Looking at Goblin and BC2. Okay, so Goblin, just go to GBBLN. Just search for it, GBBLN, Blood Bowl League, and go to the forums. Sign up for the forums, and their forum is kind of confusing, and it took me a while. Like I skipped a couple of seasons because I was like, this forum's so confusing. Just go to go to Proving Grounds. When you see there, like we get to the forums, and it's got a bunch of different boards. Like you'll see Premier, Stomping Fields. Go to Proving Grounds. Proving Grounds is for brand new teams. They should be taking sign-ups pretty soon here because the playoffs start next week. Playoffs usually run about 4 weeks. And then so pick a team, and then you'll see a sign up for next season there. And then for Big Crunch 2, you just go to Blood Bowl Tactics. I know everybody's been to Blood Bowl Tactics because that's where they get all their advice from. Like, hey, how do I level Witch Elf? You go to Blood Bowl Tactics, right? That's one of the go-tos. So just go to Blood Bowl Tactics, click on Forums, and then from Forums you go to Online Blood Bowl to Blood Bowl 2. And then from Blood Bowl 2, go to Big Crunch. Big Crunch 2, actually. And then they're taking signups right now also. That season, so we're also going into the last week for Big Crunch 2, and that season will wrap up, or kick off on April 10th. So if you want to sign up, you should go do it. Because it's going to finish up this season, and they're going to do divisions and all that. Cricket survives a mighty blow hit from a Palmer, which is always good. And I suggest both those leagues. Do be aware that Big Crunch 2 is mostly European, so you're going to play a lot of GMT time zones. But the skill cap, and I think it shocks a lot of people, when you go from Rebel to Big Crunch 2 or Goblin, on average, the coach quality is higher in both of those leagues. They've both been around for a lot longer, and they have a lot of skilled coaches. I mean, there's still coaches of all skill, and you'll see some new coaches, but when you start getting like upper tiers, for instance, when you get to Alt Dwarf and Big Crunch 2, you're facing stiffer competition than you are in Division 1 of the REO. And same with Goblin. When you get to Premier, like those guys have all been playing Blood Bowl. Like Goblin started. Could decide whether he wants to reroll that. I probably would. Goblin started before there was online Blood Bowl. Like Goblin's originally a tabletop group. So a lot of those coaches have been playing for a long time. And then they played through Fun Bowl and they played through Blood Bowl 1. Now they're in Blood Bowl 2. So as you play in those older leagues, like Big Crunch 2 and Goblin and Iron Phoenix and all that, your quality of opponent goes up. But it's also about to be a real busy time for Blood Bowl in general because all these World Cup tournaments are starting. And all the big leagues have World Cup tournaments, and nobody's stopping their league. Nats is actually stopping their league. So Nats will be doing why is Cricket doing that? So Nats is stopping their league, and they're going to do the World Cup qualifier instead. But that's because the World Cup qualifier is basically like the regular league. You play it twice a week and do a round robin, and then you go to the playoffs. So they're just replacing their regular scheduled league with their World Cup qualifier. I don't understand why Cricket sent his skinks down pitch unprotected. I don't get it. I mean, it's basically... It hasn't blitzed yet, so is he going to blitz that guy? No. It's a KO on a loner, so he's knocked out both loners. Is Cricket going to blitz that? Oh, he already did blitz. He blitzed over here. One die skulls. Like, I don't know what his plan is. I'm wondering if he's thinking that he's losing the bash game because he lost that Saurus. He's going to have to score. I mean, he's going to be surrounded by fucking blitzers. He's not protecting his skinks. This guy's going to take a fucking palm hit. Took a strength 4 hit instead, but still it's a mighty blow hit on C2. And then he's going to put this tackle piece right here. I don't know what his plan is. I guess what he could do, I mean, he knock this guy down, he can blitz this guy, and then if he wins this bash, he can kind of set up a little screen right here and screen off these blitzers. I don't know. Iron Master says he doesn't like where Cricket went. Actually, sort of surprised I don't see Soul. Soul told me to stream the game. I'm assuming he's watching. There he is. Both downs. I think that's going to wrap it up. Yeah, I mean, Cricket, or Soul, he almost has to go backwards, right? Like, I think he's going to blitz this guy and then bring this dude up over into here. And then use these guys to wall off these blitzers. But he's still got to wall off these guys. Like, I'm thinking that's my guess. I think he's just trying to, maybe was he just trying to pull the blitzers out of position? That's step one, knock that guy down. Mighty blow hit on a black orc would be cool to get a fucking removal here. So we can move. Both these guys are free. They can go up here. This guy can go up here. Yeah, he's gonna try and wall off these blitzers, I think. He's gonna base that guy. Okay. Go through, blitz that dude. Oh, does not knock him down. He might have to re-roll that. He's not gonna re-roll it. Like, where's he go now? I'm surprised he didn't re-roll that. Neither spot is good. Now you're gonna count on this guy dodging out on a 3+, and then the Gods King going through there. You gotta get away from this guy. What happened to the last Crocs? He died. He died. I think he actually took a strength bust. Cricket's had a really rough season, Iron Master. He's lost a lot of pieces. Like, it's, I mean, it's to inferior teams. By inferior teams, I mean like teams of much lower TV rate. Wow, Cricket with a fucking uphill surf. Re-rolls and gets it. That's fucking ballsy. Against block with no block. Cricket's actually had a couple games this season where he's lost a bunch of pieces. We had an R&R him one time. The second time we didn't have an R&R left, so he just had to go through a game with not a lot. So it's always good to serve high armor teams because it's a straight injury roll, so they don't get their armor. That was two-time Super Bowl champ with a gutsy maneuver right there. Ends up in a cage and it all works out. Takes a 1 die and these guys are just looking at each other. This guy left to his own devices, but he does have Blodge, so he needs a POW against him. Cricket's also been extremely frustrated with this season, so maybe he's just like, let me just wrap this fucking season up. Stand that guy up, that guy gets hit, so that leaves this guy for free. He's got 2 die on this guy because his guard right behind him. Strength 4 blitzer comes through, is going to hit a Saurus. Just get a push. Why wouldn't he? Like, he's got 4 rerolls and only 3 turns left. I'm surprised he didn't do a greed reroll right there. POW's Indigo. I think Cricket's going to go way over here. Kind of depends on what it is. If this guy overcommits, he might go back into this corner, but if he stays where he's at, Cricket will go over here. Does he follow and get off the Crocs, or does he stay marking the Crocs? Oh, he opened the Crocs up. That's odd. Okay. Cricket can go over here. He can wall these guys off. He can wall these guys off. He can set a Godskink up over here. I mean, with the way he's set up, he could even just go right through here. Knock that guy down, put the Crocs right there, bring this guy through, bring that guy through. He can set up right here in the corner. He doesn't even have to go over here. He's going to put Godskink right there. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Unless he's got to wall off this guy from getting around, getting through him. Why not threaten the surf on the skink there? Good question, Iron Master. I don't know. Yeah, I think he's setting up to surf this. First he's got to protect that guy, right? But he's gonna try and surf this loner. He gets the POW instead. Just a stun. It doesn't matter how many assists Cricket gets down here. He's not going to knock this guy down because all these guys have guard. I don't know if KG rebuilt his team or just brought it over. I think he brought it over. But he's got 4 Black Orcs and they all have block guards. So maybe he did build his team from scratch. Because it's not usual for Black Orcs to all have block guard. Now he has played for 3 seasons in a row, so it's possible. But I don't see any doubles on KG's team. But you don't. I mean, he does have a stat up too, though. Mighty Blow hit on barrel. He's gonna base the God Skink. Nope. I was gonna put tackle on the God Skink. Blodge. Another 2 die, probably right here on this guy who doesn't have Blodge. Yep. Would have got the Blodger. Would have got the Blodger. And then marks this guy. No, Iron Master. I actually did an orc in-depth video where I tell them, where I also suggest that you don't need doubles on orcs at all. Don't even take them. It's better to have the better to be TV efficient. Just walk in now. He's not going to throw a Crocs hit. I'm certain of it. And he's going to get a pow. I was going to say he might throw one more block, but I don't see much else coming from Cricket. So Cricket scores, but he also did lose a Saurus. That sucks. Yeah, no, Blodge Blitzers are Blodge Stand Firm Blitzers are awesome. Give them guard, they're great. I don't disagree. But you don't need it. You can be very efficient without it. And also, if you don't take any dodge at all on Orcs, any tackle your opponent has is wasted. Like this is a 20k for tackle is a wasted skill because there is no dodge on it. Yeah, I mean, if you want my thoughts on Iron Master, I got that video that talks all about it. Yeah, so a question about Cricket not appling that Saurus. Does he have enough money to replace him for the last game? Now, I don't play Lizards, but I would be like, and when Lizards, when I play teams, I don't play Strength 4 teams. So, of course he wants to replace that Nickel Davy 9 piece. The next game's the last game. So we thought we were going. Anyway, what I was trying to say was I don't play Lizards, and since I mostly play Strength 3, AG3 teams, when Lizards line up like this, I just go around them. But I can imagine if you are a Lizard coach and you're playing against a team that can equal you on Strength, that having to put your Saurus and Crocs on the line of scrimmage doesn't feel very good. I'm really surprised KG didn't greed reroll some of those pushes when because he's got 4 rerolls. Starting turn 5, he could have greeded some of them. KG has to get somebody in scoring position if he's going to try and even it up. Looks like he's got a rookie thrower. The Orc Walker. My Orc teams don't carry a thrower. Only AV8 on the team. And move 5, not worth it. It's just not worth it. And he's a thrower, but who the fuck does he throw to? Because you have strength 3, AG3 across the board, and nobody's got the catch skill. It's not like a human thrower. I know a lot of successful Orc coaches that love the Orc thrower, though. I know CheeseX's argument for the thrower is that he wants his blitzers available to do other things. You have 4 of them. My counter to that is there's 4 fucking blitzers. If you use one to carry the ball, it's not a big deal. So that is his scoring no, that's not a scoring threat. He's not using a loner for a scoring threat. He's going to greed reroll that. Oh, and he won in 9s. That's awesome. So he doesn't even get the push. And he's stuck there, which means he's going to be relying on a loner to catch the ball. Alright, so Cricket's just got to take care of this one dude. He's the only guy in scoring position. He'll send the fucking Skink Army after him. I wouldn't even have stood that guy up. I wouldn't have stood any of these guys up. And the reason I wouldn't have is all you have to do is stop this guy from scoring. You can do it without standing those guys up and giving him free hits. I'm not sure why he did that. No, I don't listen to CheeseX about a lot of shit, Iron Master. I'm just saying that's his argument. That I've heard him state many times. I have him blocked, and of course I'm not even on a fucking Discord with him anymore, so. But that's, anytime I mentioned it, that was his counter argument. He's gonna go knock down that guy. I'll re-roll that. Push him back up here. I believe that guy's out of range now. 2, 4, 6. No, he's 2 GF5s away. So Cricket's going to have to send some skinks over here. Now. Probably one here, one here, and one here. That'll work. Probably another one there. Does he try the 5+ dodge away? No, that's the guy you want to get hit. Unless you're putting Godskink back here. So it's possible for KG to do this, because this guy... no, it's not really. Soul says he could have made this hit a 3-die with his skinks. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if all 3 of these skinks were around that guy, it would have been 3-die. So that guy survives the mighty blow hit, but it comes piling on. Thank God. Now, all these hits are free. Like, I don't know. So, what do you think? Are you okay with standing these guys up? I wouldn't have stood them up. But I don't know that lizard coaches think about that kind of thing. And Cricket basically plays lizards and Necro. And Necro, you're like, yeah, I'm going to send up my zombies. Like, I don't give a shit. Or my flesh golem. Like, I get it. But now that guy, so this guy just took a mighty blow hit he didn't need to take. I mean, I guess maybe it protects the skink, I don't know. take 2 die in the Crocs from here. With the Loner Orcs, I wouldn't be sure my opponent wouldn't foul. So Stanyan at least makes some roll dice. Okay. I mean, if you're fearful of the foul, then yeah, that makes sense. But he can only foul 1 guy. Whereas now, theoretically, he's taken 3 hits and he could still eat a foul. No, I guess I don't like it. I still don't like it. Because he can knock this guy down and still foul with that guy. Skull would be good. Double skull. Oh, we get a mighty blow hit on his guy. And an armor break. Oh, that'd have been cool. Take out the lobotomizer. Lobotomizer. Halftime, which means we get to talk to the mighty Horny Cricket. We're doing clan chat. We get our halftime pep talk. So the question is, in a situation like this, do you try to win in regulation because you only have 5 source, or do you... I think that in this kind of game, overtime is extremely likely. In fact, anytime you play Orcs in clan in general, and this is one of the reasons why... This is one of the reasons why I would not want to play Orcs in an overtime format. I would almost guarantee that the majority of KG's games have gone to overtime. Probably more overtime games than regulation games. Because they're just a 1-0 team, right? Like, they're a 1-1, 2-1 grind sort of team. Only Cricket getting the usual advice. Don't... Was it, what's Kakengrad's pinned fucking advice? Don't fuck up. That's basically all. Like, all of our coaches are pretty good. Like, there's very rare that we have some sort of great halftime insight. Every once in a while, but not very often. But anyway, so as I was saying, in a format like Clan, where you're playing Orcs, is he going to Appo that? That's an early KO. I probably would not Appo. He's going to, yeah. Once again, Cricket taking the worst end of the armor breaks. It's just, he has been all season. So anyway, like I was saying, as you're playing Orcs, you're playing for a 2-1 grind, and you're playing top-notch coaches. Like I've had a couple people talk who was their first season in Clan. They're like, the competition level in Clan is insane. Like, yeah, these guys all take this game very seriously. So I think a team like Orcs probably goes to overtime a lot. Iron Master, Cricket's actually rolling better for armor than he has all season. Like, this is... He's had an uphill season, there's no doubt about it. And by far, like, I think our whole clan basically has had an uphill season, but there's not even a question who's had it the worst. Cricket's definitely had it the worst. This guy's going to be a problem. Already has been. He hasn't done a lot of damage, but he's gunning for Cobalt. Sure. It'll be interesting to see what the rules are for next season if Cricket brings back these lizards. Maybe he'll finally listen to my argument about Necro. I mean, he's a Super Bowl winning coach with Necro. Like, he's made the CCL playoffs with Necro. He made the Grade 8. He made the Final 8 with Necro. And lost in a game with some crazy twists and turns. So he's a really good Necro coach, which is awesome in this format. See what he does. I don't know if what his plan is. Double skull. Does he take that skull? He might eat that skull because he's got to save rerolls for overtime. But that means he's taking a mighty blow hit. Rerolls in and gets the stun on the Crocs. No mighty. Like, a lot of Cricket's armor breaks aren't coming from mighty blow. Like, this was a non-mighty blow hit, and that's a non-mighty blow hit. If Cricket watches reroll this now, though, he'll have the reroll advantage going into the overtime. Yeah, Loner reroll at that. Loner dub skulls, passes the Loner reroll, gets a double boat down, and armor breaks on the Crocs into a stun. That is Cricket season in a nutshell. To be honest, it's been tough to watch. Apparently, I am Steam friends with Eyes and Mike. I had no idea. It just found out. It's playing a game I didn't know. Cricket gets a pow. That's nice. Armor break. Oh, god damn. Just get an injury. Cricket, just get an injury on one of these guys. Oh, I picked up another league, the Rust League, I guess. I'm not taking that real serious, though. Playing Goblins. So, we'll see how that goes. In fact, that league might have even started. I don't even know. I'm not on the Discord, so I haven't received a ticket. Iron Master, I don't know. There's a lot of good coaches playing some serious teams. I'm just playing it so I get to play in a league with you fucking kidding. Oh, fucking Cricket, dude. I know he's not having fun this season, so. Anyway, I'm playing in a rest so I can play with some friends of mine. That's about the only reason. I wasn't going to. Is that another non-mighty blow hit? That's a third armor break with non-mighty blow. Well, that's not including what happened in the first half. So, Cricket down to 4 Saurus, which probably spells disaster unless the God Skink can do something crazy in overtime. Like, at this point, if I'm Horny Cricket, and the way I play, I would try to extract myself from this fucking mess in the middle and protect my team and hope that I won the kickoff in overtime. Because he can't out muscle him now. He doesn't have guard advantage. He doesn't have the strength advantage. He's only got 4 Saurus. But he could get a 1 turn with the God Skink or a 2 turn in overtime. So I think the trick now for me, if it was me, I would spend the rest of the half trying to protect my guys and not worrying about stopping them. Coolest skink on the pitch takes a punch. Mighty blow. Yep. Cricket is in trouble. Again. At least that was a mighty blow hit. Mighty blow hit on a stunty. Like, that's a legit injury. Sol is supposed to be keeping Gagengrad updated on what's going on. He's not doing a very good job. Looks like the Crocs is about to take a foul from a loner. Like, I believe this is the 4th game in a row where Cricket's been in roughly equal teams and taken the wrong end of the armor breaks. Like, at a certain point, you would think that he would win one of these. Might have left that guy down again. I've just been like, foul me if you want. Iron Master says Cricket should go all in for the win right now because he won't win in overtime. I disagree with that. He's got the God Skink. He can one turn. He can one turn, and Sauruses are still pretty fast, so he could. It is not out of the realm of possibility for him to 2-turn right now either, or in overtime just set up a cage in midfield and go with the God Skink. I wouldn't go all in right here with the reroll advantage. I would get out of his fucking way. Cricket has other thoughts. He's just going to get in close. Pow's the loner again. I'll give him 2 die with a skink onto a black orc. I'm curious whether he's going to foul that strength 4 blitzer or not. I'm thinking he's thinking about it. And KG's played this game right. Like Kejiruze hasn't made any mistakes this game, so doing what orcs do, maximizing hits and getting the good hits in. So nothing to say bad about that. It's just frustrating to see poor Cricket get on the wrong end of the armor breaks again. I don't think it's in Cricket's DNA to let somebody score. Like, during the Super Bowl against Sage, we came up with a game plan to let Sage score, and it was a fucking battle. Because Cricket did not want to do it. He did not want to do it. He did not like our game plan. We talked him into it. Puff the Magic Dragon's gonna get knocked down. Every Crocs on every one of Horney Cricket's teams is called Puff. This one was called Royal, that's why I'm still frustrated. It should be called Royal. Usually when Cricket starts like a CCL Lizard team, he only names Puff. That's it. Just the Crocs. Everybody else is whatever. I would say that the Sacking Saurus is going to take a palm hit. Azure. Shows what I know. He's going to take a mighty blow hit, though, from that guy on the ground. Bill puts him in a ward. Isn't a ward like an insane asylum? There's a mighty blow hit. Holy shit. Cricket's armor held. Well, wonders never cease. I'm okay with this if I'm Cricket, because now we can kind of beat on those guys that are left up there. Like I said, I would just let him score, and I would invest everybody on beating on those guys. I might even fucking throw a foul on a black orc. But I guess if he loses a skink, he only has 2 left, so he can't really foul. I am shocked that guy didn't dodge away. I don't understand that move either. If you see me cast Cricket's game, he often does things I just don't expect. They usually work out for him. He's gonna blitz with this. Okay, he wants the Mighty Blow hit on the Mighty Blow guy. That makes sense. Gonna get an armor break, but shit is not going that way. Shit is not going our way. He should have for sure moved the Rakaliz. Yeah, I mean, if he's gonna try and let him score, he should have moved the Rakaliz. But like I said, that's not in Cricket's DNA, and I think he's gonna try and stop the score somehow. He's at least gonna pretend at it, right? Gotta protect Godskink so he gets him far away from that Palmer as possible. He didn't have Godskink in the last game. Like, there was one game, this is how bad Cricket's season is. There was one game where he won the game in overtime with, like, literally 3 pieces. But one of those pieces was Godskink, who pulled some crazy shit. Dub Skull from Cricket, does not re-roll it. Like, at this point, I don't know how much Cricket needs to save re-rolls for overtime. Because he only has 4 Sauruses, he only needs like 1 or 2 fucking re-rolls. Because if overtime goes more than 2, like if he's on offense, if it goes more than 2 turns, he's gonna lose. And if he's on defense, he's probably gonna lose anyway. So I don't know that he needs to be super conservative with re-rolls. Iron Master says he would have re-rolled it not to take the skink block, which is also a consideration. I know Cricket's just like, I need to save re-rolls for overtime, which is usually the correct call. But I think in this particular instance, you only need 1 or 2 re-rolls for overtime, because if you're on offense, you're only going to have 2 turns to score before the numbers game gets on you. Puff is going to go down again. Puff spends a lot of time on his back, man. Must be friends with Stormy Daniels. Indigo. Is Indigo a shade of blue? I don't know the shades of blue. Takes a hit, and now there is a Palmer on a skink. And Azor is about to take a loner hit. Both of those work on hitting skinks. Hopefully he survives because Cricket doesn't have skinks to spare. Stun is nice. He should highway that guy. He should have all his skinks should be up here. That's what I would do anyway. But again, I don't play fucking lizards. That will work from the loner. This guy has dodge. So he could dive in here and he have 2 dice rolls to roll a 6. Cricket does not care about Mighty Blow or Guard. He's like, I will stand Puff back up. Chumbawamba. You knock me down, I get back up again. I have no idea what Cricket's thinking right now. He's probably thinking, fuck, what do I do now? And like again, if it's me, I'm fucking preserving my team. Get me out of here. Let's take our 4 rerolls and go to overtime. As protecting God Skink, I think he's finally decided discretion is the better part of valor. It's like I'm not getting in front of this big green train. I like this. I like this a lot. My blow hit on Bruce Knifenson. The lobotomizer gets pushed back. That is a skink taking a 1 die against the block mighty blow blitzer instead of running away. Oh man. Cricket shows no fear. And he wins the dodge away, and that'll just go. Skulls don't have pilings on. Dragonfire says that skulls can't pile on. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Where did nail clippers go? Well, I'll find those in dog shit someplace. I feel like the last 3 or 4 games of Crickets I've cast have all gone just like this. Where it gets to the second half and Cricket's taking so many armor breaks with his armor and hide that the last of the game is pretty boring. If Cricket loses, it'll be on both Cake and Zwark to win both of their games. Zwark is playing Ken, so that's Wood Elves versus Dark Elves. And Cake is playing... I don't know what Cake is playing. Gerber. Nope. That's not right. Gerber... I guess I can just fucking look, can I? Let's see here. Zwark is playing Gerber, who is Lizards versus Wood Elves, and Cake is playing Ken, so Rats versus Dark Elves. Puff is gonna go down again. Fucking Crocs. KG isn't scared of reroll conservation. He doesn't have to be. I mean, with Cricket being out to Saurus, even if KG loses the overtime toss, he only really has to defend for KG really only has to defend for 2 turns before the numbers advantage just gets to him. I like that I'm not the only one who accidentally says Gerber instead of Gerber. I don't give a fuck how you pronounce his name, to be honest. Double pile from Puff onto the Palmer. That's nice. The tackle Palmer. That's nice. Yeah, he's still playing for OT Soul, but at the same time, like I said, he knows he really only needs 2 rerolls. Because if he's on defense, he really only has to defend for 2 turns. And if he's on offense, he's not even really going to need him. Holy shit, Cricket broke armor on somebody. Just a KO, though. I think getting those kinks out is of paramount importance. So I don't disagree with that move at all. Yeah, so I was wondering if Cricket was going to start fouling too. And then I decided that he wasn't going to, because if he loses a skink, he's only got 2 left. They don't have a bench because that. Because old poor Rory got knocked out. Whoa. KG doesn't even need these guys. These guys can all go get in the scrum. So Cricket's going to catch a little bit of a break here by not having all these guys in there, just overwhelming him. Mighty blow hit on Azur. There's no way he rerolls that. Like, he's not going to switch any more rerolls, just half certain of it. Cricket's in a position where he's out guarded and out mighty blowed. And out blocked for that matter. He does have the strength advantage though, but not by much. Well, maybe he doesn't. There's 3 Black Orcs plus the strength, yeah, it is. The strength 4 Blitzer too. So that Black Orc's going to take a mighty blow hit. Puff is going to hit that loner. Why is there a dodge? I don't understand that. Even a little bit. Why would you take the dodge and take the armor break? I guess if you assume everything's going well, you don't need to worry about it. Protect the God Skink. This rookie skink will come over here to assist on this hit. That'll be a hit. One of these 2 guys will blitz. Probably. I don't know who's gonna blitz. This Crocs could also hit that Black Orc, I guess. Like this guy could blitz that dude, and that Crocs could hit that Black Orc, and then he could hit that guy. No break. Yeah, so if he blitzes this dude, boom. Nope, he's got different plans. He's gonna blitz at that guy then. Knocks him down. Cricket wants him to send the sacker down towards the ball. The problem with that is both of these guys are right here. One of them is strength 4. They'll just fucking hit him. Armor break but no blood. Not even a knockout. And then a 2-die. The pow. So Cricket wanted him to stand, so he stands up as 3, hits him as 4. That can only go here. Like he couldn't get very far, so. Apparently I mix up Soul and Cricket all the time. Soul gets mad. He should be happy that I'm calling him Cricket because Cricket's just a much better coach. Mighty blow hit on the sacker. You think you would take it as a compliment, Soul? Skull! Skull's good. I mostly feel bad for Cricket. Alright, so Cricket will take his hits right here and then pass the turn, and then KG will score, and then we will hopefully have a 1-turn attempt. Clan League is about to wrap up. Like this next week is the last week. I imagine there'll be a pretty decent break in between the next 2 seasons. So. Is Cricket gonna do any more hits? He is. He's gonna hit that mighty blow guy. And get nothing for it. Now stand up the sacker, hit the other Black Orc, and we will call it a turn. Oh, I guess the Croc's gonna hit the loner too. this is about what we expected. There's going to be two good coaches with good teams going at it, and whoever takes the armor breaks is going to be in bad position. So, do a little dance, and then he'll score. I'm sure Keiji did that little dance because he knows I hate it. Outs. KO does not come back. That's. I mean, Keiji's still going to have a full field. God's Kink has sidestep, so the trick to this one-turn attempt will really be getting him the ball, I think. Yeah, I don't like when people do the little run around in circles and do dance. That one actually wasn't that bad. Just score. I'm just the way I am. Like in the NFL, I like them. They're entertaining, but in Blood Bowl, I'm like, just fucking score. I don't have time for them. The one nice thing about Cricket's clan games, because they've been so one-sided as far as the dice go, is that they've been short. Clan games can get up to like 2.5 hours long. If you have two coaches really fucking chewing out each turn and it goes to overtime, they can get to be really long. For most games, I give it about 1.5 hours before I schedule something else. But for clan games, I give it 2.5 hours. Like Iron Master, you won't ever see me, like if I'm right here, you won't ever see me go way over here to score. If I'm like right here, I might go towards the middle when I can go anywhere, so I can score on this little emblem. But I won't ever like do a little circle and do it. I do the dance when I'm fouling somebody. If I can, I'll do a little circle because I feel like I'm running around like like a fucking pro wrestler running around and doing the fucking people's elbow. I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, I know you do. Lots of people do this side to side and up and here and spin around. Just fucking score. That's the way I look at it. Cricket could use some grab right about now. This will, although with all that guard and tackle, I don't think Cricket's going to do a one turn right here. He could set up for a riot. Hopefully he got a riot. If he set up for a riot, he'd go this way, away from the tackle piece. As it is now, Cricket doesn't have enough guard. It's going to be, whatever he does is going to be a red die on this thing. Unless he comes through with the Crocs. Like he has to cancel this assist, so put a piece here, come through with the Crocs and hit it this way. And then push this way, this kink this way. And then probably push this kink this way, and then push him again. So he would need a guy here. This guy would have to come from this way, and this will be a one die. Nope, should be. So you need to cancel this assist. Come through with this dude. With your Crocs, which is scary enough on its own. Leave this guy with guard right there. Push him into there. This guy pushes him into here. You need a guy here too, so you need to push your skink that way, and then push him again. And the skink has to catch the ball in 3 tackle zones. One thing I know for sure, Cricket is awesome at one. Like he can see one turners way better than I can. Soul is actually really good at one turners too. In Soul's playoff game with his Pro Elves against Sage, he had a one turn that failed right at the very, very end, but it was a slick fucking one turn. I was impressed. Like, I didn't even know what he was like. I stopped trying to guess what he was doing because he was so fucking unorthodox. But because he was really going through a maze of fucking dudes. It was impressive. So that's the dude to cancel the assists. Yeah, the more often you do it, Iron Master, the better you become at seeing the pushes from different angles. I suggest that people want to get good at one-turning to try and do it as often as possible. Like find a league or even CCL and just try to one-turn every single time. The Cricket's really good at one-turning. And I would say Lumi is good at one-turning too, but He plays rats, and it's really easy to one-turn with rats. Oh, you saw Soul's one turn? Yeah, it was pretty nasty. It's pretty sick. Don't tell Soul I gave him a compliment, though. I think he needs a piece right here. I think he basically needs to catch the ball and then fill that gap with the skink. No. Yeah, I think he needs one more piece to do this. I think he needs a guy right here to get a hit. Soul, I was legit giving you a compliment. Ease up. I think he needs a piece right here. Because he needs to push here, and then use this guy to push there. But he needs this guy right here. He could probably, what he could do is he could use this skink right there, put this guy right here. I think. Yeah. He could put this guy right here and put this skink right there to do the stopping. No, he's got a different plan. Either gave up on it or he has a different plan. It's a help. So this guy will move right there. That's step one. Oh, he can do it from right there. That's fine. Because this guy's got side steps. He'll go there and you can just push him from there. That makes sense. Step two is this guy goes in, pushes this guy, and that's... He's going to use his reroll with. I'd use the reroll. Try it. Use it, Cricket. Use it. Use it. He's debating whether he should waste the reroll, save it for overtime. Uses the reroll, gets it, and knocks him down. Fuck, Cricket. God damn, roll better dice. Yeah, because that would have worked, because he could have pushed that guy there, and then pushed this guy up, and he could have gone like that, because of the side step, and then boom, and he'd have been gone. The Cricket cannot roll dice. I also think he probably should have handed off first, because the handoff just gets worse. Justice is mad about something. Sometimes I'll watch a replay of my cast, like in the morning. I'll put it on YouTube, on TV while I'm playing with the dogs. And Justice will hear himself barking on TV and start barking again. It's pretty funny. Like the reason in this kind of instance, I usually start with the handoff because it's never going to get better than it is right there, right? Like it was a 4+. And you don't have to risk hurting yourself later. Holy shit, 1 SPP for Cricket. That's his first SPP of the game. Oh, I guess he got a touchdown. Got a touchdown to Godskink. Overtime. The toss is going to be a big deal in overtime. Cricket's got 3 out. The KO comes back, of course. And the toss goes to... I can press escape, but I want to see it. I want the drama. And the toss goes to KG, so that'll do it. I don't know, Cricket's going to have to go balls out to try and stop him. I think every overtime game this season, Cricket's lost a toss. Well, the first one, I think he won, but like the next 3, he's all lost. Like, it's just been an extraordinary run. It's just been... I mean, everybody in Blood Bowl's gone through frozen dice. And I don't know how Cricket's REL team is doing. But I can tell you, the Blue Bloods have had better seasons. So barring some kind of Nuffle miracle, this game is pretty much done. Alright, how are you doing, Cricket? So his REL team, he is in 5th with a 2-1-1 record. Who did he lose to? Fixers. Look at Lizardmen on top of fucking Div 1, 3-0 record with what else? There you go, dudes. In my second season ever, when I was in Division 1, Duberman was in Division 1 with high elves. He had a natural one-turn catcher as high elves. Man, it was sick. He took a fucking beating. This is his first season back to Div 1. Horney Cricket. Let's see. Where are you at, my friend? Economics. Oh, he lost the first game of the season to Ninja Pirate Robo. And then tied his next game. And then he beat Sace. Oh, and he tied Fiction. I don't think he's ever, like, he's undefeated against Fiction, but he usually wins that game, so that's rough. Then he beat Rumblebee. Rumblebee was so excited about going to Div 1. It looks like he's 0-4. There goes the skink. What is Cricket's record for clan? That is an excellent question. It's not good. Like I said, usually he's our best coach. So. Solar Dragonfire is undefeated. Took that captaincy to heart. Let's see. Horny Cricket is 3-4, and he'll be 3-5 after this game. Which, coming into this season, he and I were tied for the best record on our clan. We're both having pretty rough seasons. Actually, we're gonna have the exact same record again. It's funny. Yeah, Iron Master and Rumble and I used to talk all the time, but as soon as I got kicked out, he hasn't said a word to me, so I'm not keeping. Justice, buddy. It's all right. So anyway, I'm not keeping tabs on Rumble. I just happened to notice that he was 0-4. Oh, I guarantee you he did Iron Master. It's not a question in my mind. He's an admin, so he was in the vote. Like, not only was he in the vote, but I've heard from a number of sources that he was. I heard from a number of sources that he was lobbying for my spot on the REL clan once they got kicked out. So. I mean, sometimes you don't know people till you know people. Cricket doing his best there, took an uphill. Like he's like, I've got to win this game somehow, but he is up against it now. He's taking chances. So he does have sidestep on the ball. The reason he moved this skink there is he's trying to stop this Palmer from getting to his God Skink. The God Skink can take a 3-die from this dude, which is probably what Cage is going to do because he's strength 4 with an assist, so he's 5. But I think Cage probably wants to fill both of these squares. Probably Iron Master. It would be a fitting end to the season for the God's King, that's for sure. Got that tackle through anyway. It's gonna take a hit. Mighty Blow palm hits. God's King lives. He's alive! I'm curious to see what happens with Facebook after all this Cambridge Analytica stuff up. I feel like Facebook might be in a position where it's too big to fail. Cricket does not ever play 87 teams. Iron Master. He is wholly against it. So anyway, Facebook lost 50 billion of net worth over this last week after this Cambridge Analytica thing came through. Mark Zuckerberg personally lost $9 billion. $9 billion with a B dollars. And I know a number of people who are like, I'm trying to find a new fucking venue. Like, I'm going to get off Facebook because of all this shit. So I'm curious. And I mentioned that because I just closed my Facebook account. Curious to see what happens with that. I feel like it's so big, and there's not a decent enough competitor for people to go to. Like, there used to be Google Hangouts or Google Go or something like that. I forget what it's called. That's gone now, so. I mean, Google still has Hangouts, but they used to have a direct competitor to Facebook, and it never took off because Facebook was so big. This time, if the God's King does a cage dive, or does a dive at it, it's going to be 3 dice uphill. So that would be something. Still no damage for Cricket. He's just... you gotta feel for the guy. You gotta feel for him. Like, there hasn't been a single one of his losses where we walked away going, we feel bad. Like, or no, we walked away saying Cricket lost this game, he threw it away. Like, there hasn't been a single... Every game we're like, there's nothing you could have done, kid. Like I said, Cage is a really good coach, so and he has made 0 mistakes this game. He's played the exact, as soon as he got those armor breaks, he's played the exact game he had to. So there's going to be no opportunities like that. Going to get a Crocs on the ball, but that Crocs is easily cleared. Looks, it's the off center. Yeah, it wasn't. That glitch was there earlier too. I've never seen that before, Iron Master, but it was earlier. I thought he was on a different square than he was. Iron Master's talking about this Crocs. See, the model is not in the center of the square. I have a game on my channel against Baz's Lizardmen where I had a Dark Elf like lineman or blitzer like up here, prone on the ground, and then I knocked down a Crocs, and I couldn't see my blitzer because the Crocs' like tail was completely covering the body. It's funny. I was like, where'd my guy go? Oh shit, there he is. Quad skull. Nope. I do not see a way that Cricket wins this game. Cage really taking his time. What's important game, so I get it. There's just nothing left for me to talk about, so I wish he would speed up. Dave Murder. Gets himself onto the God Skink. In case you're wondering, my house is extremely secure. And it's not like he's close to me. He's downstairs in the other end of the house. Get a German Shepherd Rottweiler, they say. Like, I'm at the end of the street. Anybody's coming down the street, he sees him, and he lets them know about it. Iron Master, I was wondering that exact same thing. Iron Master says, how do you become Dave Murder and not have block Mighty Blow? I was kind of wondering the same thing, actually. Oh! One die from the Crocs on the ball carrier. Don't work. That was a slick move. That is Johnny. That's my other boy. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. That was a neat play by Cricket to get that 1 die on the ball carrier. Put Godskink on the ball now? I think he might. Nope, it's going to be a safety. And down goes Puff. Puff has spent a lot of time on the ground this game. So the Crocs he had before this had guard and stand firm. And he died. Or Royal. Royal was his name. We are now at an almost hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half for this game. This 2x2 thing, the way he does that is so weird, I think. Like, why wouldn't he take these guard pieces, put them right here and right here? I mean, this guy's going to go uphill anyway. I guess he could get a 1 die if he does it like that. Skinks are so loud when they get hit. Two die right there, knock him down. So Cricket's only gonna have 4 swords for his next game. This game is over. I don't think Cricket's gonna commit Godskink here. Probably just call it. Cricket still hasn't broken armor. He's got like, what, 2 KOs and a couple stuns, and that's it. We'll check out the numbers after the game. He is going to go with the Godskink. Fuck it. YOLO, bitches! That ain't going to do it. That ain't going to do it either. Both downs would have been great. Cricket is now out of rerolls. I mean, if he could have got like double pows and pushes out of bounds, there was a chance. There was a chance. He's just trying to get away from that Palmer. As it is, Cricket's going to go in next game with 2 loners. 2, like, he's only going to have 4 Saurus, 2 loner skinks. He's really had a rough season. Just a fucking brutal season. I'm sure he's ready for it to be over. And it's not like our last week is against an easy team. We're playing O. Playing Big O. And in Cricket's defense, he was not excited about this matchup. Like, he was ready. He was already gung-ho to take on Maraska to his fucking Shorfs. We thought he had a better chance of winning this game. So. Cricket's going to get one more chance. Looks like it's going to be a 3-die uphill. I would say Puff's going to go down again. Every single turn. He's like a 100% knockdown on Puff, doesn't he? He spent every turn on the ground. It could go this way and hit him for a 2-die uphill, but then he doesn't have a chance to knock the ball out of bounds. Or he's not even going to try and blitz it. He must have blitzed and we didn't see it, right? Yeah. Oh, he got it! He fucking got it. Oh, yeah. That's great. 1 turn too late. Godskink trying to do it all himself. KG taking the time going like, I can't believe that just happened. Hit that AV8. Oh, that would have been great if he had caught that. He's still going to go for it. Yes. Oh, are you kidding me? He fails the fucking easy dodge. What? He's... Did he fail a dodge earlier? He must have failed a dodge. Oh, his very first dodge, he rolled a 1. That was just a 2+ to get away to give us a thrill. And Nuffle gave us a little tickle and then he took it away. And then he stunned the Godskink, so Godskink can't even get up next turn to stop him. I would bet $1 to a donut that Godskink's gonna get fouled here after pulling off some bullshit like that. That guy's gonna get palmed on. guy will go over there and pick up the ball. This guy will go foul the skink. KG's a pretty nice dude. He may not foul him. But if he's on my team and he didn't get fouled, yeah, there he is going to foul. I was going to say, get blown up. That's 100% what I would do. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. I imagine Cricket just passes the turn and calls it a day. There's nothing left for him to do. In fact, I imagine right now they're saying GG to one another. I didn't want to see this kink die. I think you're crazy. Cricket needs something going into his last game with this team. And this team's had such a bad season, I think even if he was going to keep him, he might not now because they've just been so hard. I guess he can buy him back. Maybe he still thinks about it. Is this guy GFI away? I think he is. I think we have to wait another turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's GFI away. And there's no way he risks it with a game on the line. We have to wait another turn. I mean, he doesn't even need to gut. These guys can't reach him. He doesn't even need to fill these gaps up. He just fucking pass the turn. Cricket's going to blitz this loner, and that's all he's going to do. This is just wasting everybody's time. But it's building good habits. So. Sure, he'll move this. This is the only guy I'd worry about moving. Get him away from the Crocs. Blitz. You're move 5. You can't get away. Almost all of that was unnecessary. Crocs blitz. Pow. That'll do it. Indigo gets the MVP. Loner gets the MVP. The Merc, he can't even buy that because it's a mercenary. It's not a loner, so he's gotta loses that MVP. Cricket threw 67 blocks and got 3 KOs. KG threw 73 blocks, 6 more blocks, and got 6 injuries, and that's the story of the game. I'll put this up there, so if you guys want to go back and look at it when the you can pause it. That's the Blue Bloods. That's the Metal. That's the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Metal will be up 2-1 over Ariel. The next game is like this weekend or something. Let me see. Gerber and Zwark are on Saturday, and Cake and Ken are on Sunday. Thank you for watching. See ya!